Hey, YouTube, what's going on? Scar Wolf coming at you on this Good Friday, man. Even if you don't believe in Good Friday, it could be a Good Friday. You know, the subject of the Christ and all that is for another video, man. But I ain't buying it, man. Hold on, man. Dig on this Prodigy. This Prodigy, from Deep. This Hunger Pangs. Coming into PhD off that Hegelian dialectic, man. It's a must listen, man. Check him out.
Here is a special and urgent message for you. Authorities have determined that it is advisable for all persons to leave the city. Your safety and perhaps your life depends on remaining calm and following these instructions.
Whoa. Now, can you imagine hearing something like that in these times right now? You should. You should. Okay? Always, I got my joke, got my coffee. Taking a sip, it's my drug of choice these days and these times. You know what I mean? I don't blow no more, really. Don't drink. I have some coffee though. Well, I drink coffee.
Let's go. Infamous life, big bandana, general bars, major rap master, certified heron, Imperion Dawn, hip hop god, legend of the hood, IR. The myth buster, I reveal facts. So don't be shocked when your fave rapper get his head wrapped. I don't draw first blood, I just clean up the hazmat. I don't go looking for trouble, I'm past that. Greener pastures, bluer skies, clearer oceans,
above and beyond.
All that whack shit, banging adult music, drinking mature grapes. I can't fuck with a sucker.
I'm on another page.
I'm too cool, I'm too hot. My bitch too badass, and the film too pop. My shit's so good.
Got the little one playing in the living room. You dig? There she go. Yeah. Keeping my eye on her, doing this, multitasking. Don't worry about it. Okay. Alright, man. Ready? Let's jump into this thing, man. Let's jump into this, right? Alright, man. On this Good Friday, y'all, I'm trying to really bring awareness to some info I done got on the subject of melanin. Now, what is melanin? I'm sure some people is aware of it. It's been a lot of awareness around the subject of melanin lately in the last, let's just say 10 years or so. Really, a lot of people, you hear the term a lot, melanated, melanations, especially in my little circle of thought, like the YouTube videos I watch and what have you. Yeah, it's a hot topic, man, and I don't think people truly realize just how, one, lack of research and info available on melanin. At least that's the like statement. You know what I mean? By academia, by science, it's not. It's a lot more to be learned about it. It's different forms of melanin. Okay, it's different forms of it, or different types of it. It's not only active in the skin. It's active in the organs. Your brain is an organ. Your heart is an organ, man. You know what I mean? Melanin decides eye color, so it's in your eyes, bro. And the properties of this thing, man, is let's dig into some science, man. I know if you like me, if you anything like me, you not no scientist, but man, let's dig real quick. So The first thing I got for you guys is some scientific terms like what is melanin, okay? What is melanin, all right? Let me see here if I got something for you about melanin, man. Okay. Now, okay, this is an abstract. This is an abstract from a website called NCBI. Now, all those abbreviations I don't know, but it's PubMed.gov. Okay, PubMed.gov, right? Okay, and this is, I guess, a pigment cell research article from 2001, June 14th. All right. Um, the authors are Mani L Mani I, Sharma V, Tamboli I, and Raman G. Sound like some East Indian cats. So I wanted to take a guess. Okay, but let's jump into it. Abstract, right? Melanin is a highly irregular heteropolymer, right? Heteropolymer, like that hetero, got to be some type of Latin prefix, like heterosexual. I think that's the only one that's on the tip of my tongue right now as far as hetero. Okay, but heteropolymer consisting of monomeric units derived from the enzymatic oxidation of the amino acid tyrosine. The process of melanin formation takes place in specialized acidic organelles, melanosomes, in melanocytes. The process of melanin polymerization requires an alkaline pH in vitro, and therefore the purpose of an acidic environment in vivo remains a mystery. And now they didn't hit us with a lot of big words, and at the end of that, it's mystery. So a lot of the big words, man, it's just tied to the mystery, man. Let's continue a little bit. It is known that the melanin is always bound to protein in vivo. It is also seen that polymerization in vitro at an acidic pH necessarily requires the presence of proteins. The effect of various model proteins on melanin synthesis and their interaction with melanin was studied. It was seen that many proteins could increase melanin synthesis at an acidic pH, and that different proteins resulted in the formation of different states of melanin, i.e., a precipitate or soluble protein bound form. We also present evidence to show that soluble protein bound melanin is present in vivo in B16 cells as well as in B16 melanoma tissue. An acidic pH appeared to be necessary to ensure the formation of a uniform, very high molecular weight melanoprotein complex. The interaction between melanin and proteins appears to be largely charge dependent, as evidenced by zeta potential measurements, and this interaction is also increased in an acidic pH. Thus, it appears that an acidic intramelanosomal pH is essential to ensure maximum interaction between protein and melanin, and also to ensure that all the melanin formed is protein bound. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to add the link to this website and a few more websites that have articles on melanin, okay, to the post. I'm going to add the links to these. And also, I'm going to begin smacking on some of these big words they're throwing at us, man, to describe melanin and this interaction with the body, with proteins and whatnot, and intercellular reactions and stuff and whatnot, man. So if we go, that was the whole abstract, by the way, and then I guess it break down into the actual article, right? Oh, actually, no. I think you got to download maybe the PDF or something. But man, you know what I mean? To me, that just get me excited about what's in my body. I mean, it make me wonder, like, in my light skin, in my light skinness, do I have less of this like super duper cell, man? There's somebody that's like super black, you know, seal black. You know what I mean? Wesley Snipes black. Do they hold more of this thing? Because mine just different types: brown melanin, black melanin. You know what I mean? So, let us continue, man. Let us continue. Let us go to this first word that we encounter here in the abstract, which is heteropolymer. Okay, melanin is a highly irregular heteropolymer. Let's go to, let's find out what the heck is a heteropolymer, man. What is it? Okay, heteropolymer, and this is from yourdictionary.com. Okay, heteropolymer. All right, it's a noun. Okay, from chemistry. It's a chemistry term. A polymer derived from two or more different, but often similar in parentheses, types of monomer. Okay? Okay? So, I don't know. To me, it's like, huh? So, let's hit on this next clue they give us. Monomer. Okay, let's hit on that. The heck is a monomer? Right? Okay? Monomer. A molecule that can be bounded to other identical molecules to form a polymer. They really ain't trying to give us much drop, is they, man? Not really. No. A molecule that can be bounded to other identical molecules to form a polymer. It's like a ring of secrecy almost on this subject, right? The monomer just can be bounded to other identical molecules to form a polymer. So basically, monomers form polymers. That's what I'm gathering, man. In a loose, very loose, vague sense, okay? All right, let's continue, man. Let's continue, okay? Okay. Now, one thing I want to do before I move to this next little tab I got, man, is let you know how I said earlier that melanin is active in our organs, not just ours. Well, the skin is an organ, okay? And melanin is active in all of our organs, not just the skin, okay? As I said, it's in the eyes, man. It's, organs, kidneys, livers, the heart is an organ, the brain is an organ, man, amongst others, amongst others, yo. Now, let's look up some of the things that melanin does. Okay, what does melanin do? Okay, now mind you, I gotta use my man's KhanDrop and you know what I mean. Cordy Mayu, they kick you that dodge to hijack. So we gotta dodge the hijack, man, when we be digging on this stuff, okay? Because the hijack is alive and well and active, and he waiting at every corner to spin you dizzy. So let's make sure we dodge the hijack, okay? But let us read about what they saying melanin do, and this was healthline.com, okay? All right. What is melanin? That's the question. Or what does melanin do? So they hit us with this. Melanin is a skin pigment. It occurs in both humans and animals. Dodge the hijack. It occurs in both humans and animals and is what makes hair, skin, and eyes appear darker. Research has found that melanin may protect the skin from UV rays. Increasing melanin may also help block processes in the body that lead to skin cancer. That's all the drop they want to give us, like just some skin drop. You know what I mean? They want to leave us at the skin part of it. But let's continue to dig, right? See, they got some tabs here. Skin, eye, brain. Let's hit the eye. Let's hit the eye. What does melanin do for your eyes? Okay. The color of your eyes depends on how much of the pigment melanin, okay, you have in your iris, the colored part of your eyes. Besides giving our eyes color, melanin helps protect them from the sun. Light eyes are much more sensitive to the sun's harmful rays than darker eyes because they have less pigment. Okay, just a little salt grain a drop in that. You know what I mean? Basically, the whole narrative of just protecting from the sun, but it's much more than that. Let's continue to dig. What does melanin do to the brain? All right, now let's dig. Neuromelanin is found to accumulate during aging, noticeably after the first 2 to 3 years of life. It is believed to protect neurons in the substantia nigra from iron-induced oxidative stress. It is considered a true melanin due to its stable free radical structure and it avidly chelates metals. Now, if you like me, you kind of lost, man. Maybe somebody a little bit more inept in scientific lingo is not having too much problem with that little paragraph right there. But we gotta dig further, man. I'm sorry. So let's see what's up with this. Okay, it is believed to protect neurons in the substantia nigra. Okay, we about to dig on that though. Let's find out what the heck that is, y'all. The substantia nigra. What is it? All right, we gotta get us a new tab, man. Okay, substantia nigra function. Let's see what it do. Okay, let me see. Substantia nigra. Okay. Now, being one of the major dopamine producing areas of the brain, however, the substantia nigra has function. They don't want to give me no drop on that. Look at that stuff right there, man. They really playing crazy. Okay, this is from Wikipedia. Let's see what they say. In addition to stratum mediated functions, the substantia nigra also serves as a major source of GABAergic inhibition to various brain. Man, they don't want to give you no drop on this substantia nigra, man. We got to dig on our own, y'all. No support. Now let's see let's see what they talking about in Wikipedia. Okay, now mind you, Wikipedia is user written, but they do have a governing body that pick and choose what they accept, okay, and try and make that line up with the hardcore facts. So, I mean, it's the people's encyclopedia, y'all. It's borderline reputable, man. Let's just say that. But let's continue. Let's see what they got. Okay, the substantia nigra is a basal ganglia structure located in the midbrain that plays an important role in reward and movement. Substantia nigra is Latin for black substance. Wow. Reflecting the fact that parts of the substantia nigra appear darker than neighboring areas due to high levels of neuromelanin in dopaminergic neurons. Parkinson's disease is characterized by the loss of dopaminergic neurons in the substantia nigra, pars compacta. Now, mind you, they using the terms to complicate the process and what we're observing. Okay, when we're talking about Parkinson's disease, are we talking about something that happens to people with less melanin in their brain? And do they have less melanin simply due to their race? These are the questions we need to ask. Alright? Although the substantia nigra appears as a continuous band in brain sections, anatomical studies have found that it actually consists of two parts with very different connections and functions. The pars compacta and the pars reticulata. The pars compacta serves mainly as an output to the basal ganglia circuit, supplying the striatum with dopamine. The pars reticulata, though, serves mainly as an input, conveying signals from the basal ganglia to numerous other brain structures. Sounds important to me, this substantia parta. And we got here simply because it holds a lot of melanin there. Okay? Hence the term substantia nigra. Hence, we call it that because it's darker than the surrounding brain tissue. Okay, let's bag up out of this rabbit hole because we can go and go because they're going to make you dig and dig for this precious info about something that you hold just from birth. Man, you got this magic, not even magic, this blessed substance in you, man, from birth. Okay. Let's go back one time. Okay. Because I did see it's a website, neuroscientificallychallenged.com. They got a blog, Know Your Brain. Okay. I was already on that website in the blog because the most melanin in the brain is found in your orbitofrontal-cortex, right? Now, we just read about this substantia nigra, and that's in the midbrain, so not even in your front brain. So it actually is just the most concentrated area of melanin is the orbitofrontal-cortex, okay? But let us look at that. Well, what? No, I can't say that. Scratch that. Okay, scratch that because I won't say that's the most melanin is found in the orbital frontal cortex. What I am going to say is I came across a study. Okay, and that's where this tab come in. I came across a study from a few probably resident, young doctors, man, was probably doing this study for probably like a thesis or some type of shit to get their masters right, and it just had so much meat, it ended up right here available on the internet or what have you. But what it is, what this drop is, they did a study, and I want to connect this whole melanin thing to differences in the brain. You know what I mean? Between the races, right? You know it's differences in phenotypes. That's how they can tell just by looking at bones. If you were Asian or Mongoloid, they call it, or African, dodge the hijack. You know what I mean? You could easily be American. That's just like if they found that whole African thing is going on for Lucy, which wasn't even a typical human being. Like you see the pictures, the cartoons and Jurassic Park animated Muppet stuff they do with Lucy, man, and she look like a monkey, man. But they try and make that the jump from monkey to black man, and then it's black man to Asian, and then the white man is the most new addition series model to this whole intelligent life thing. Putting them at the apex of it all, and that's just, I don't know if we could call that science at this point, man. I'm having trouble calling that science. I mean, but let's stay on track, man. You know what I mean? Let's stay on track. So this here particular study is to provide a peer-reviewed scientific article to support my claim that basically it's certain things in melanated folk brain that is bigger and or different than other people. All right. Okay. Methodology and principal findings. Okay, this was a case-controlled study in the setting of an academic medical center outpatient service. Participants considered of 44 Caucasians and 33 ethnic minorities. The following volumetric data were obtained. Okay, now I dug into this on the strength to support that something I heard a while back that melanated people have a bigger gland in their brain that control things like I think it was from Django, man. Melanated people have a bigger gland in their brain that control things like emotion, empathy, you know what I mean, compassion. Like that's why hence you just not gonna beat a Caucasian at violence. It's like they thing genetically. Like 9 times out of 10, a Negro is going to jump higher than a Caucasian. You know what I mean? It's a genetic thing. At the same time, the same gland that controls like creativity and imagination is larger in the Negro. But this type of science they're not gonna put out there when you discuss. And I mean, when you're dealing with a Darwin brain trust academia, man, a science that's built off a foundation of Darwinism. Even if on the surface they want to disclaim that and move away from that, it still all boiled down to Darwinism, manifest destiny, and the whole white man's burden movement. That if they, even though they trying to move away from it, man, their grandfathers and fathers was advocates of that. I mean, I can't put everybody in the bag, or we don't get dropped like this. You know what I mean? You can't put them all in a bag. There's just as many as you could put in that bag. You talking about all like white folks is bad, man. It's a whole bunch of copper-colored folks you could put in that bag. I mean, if you go back far enough, they had to come from some type of black person. You know, the Caucasians. They came from some type of black person, and that in itself lets you know that it's a lot of black bad folks too. A lot of them, man. I mean, where I live at, you ain't necessarily got to worry about no white dude. You don't. It's a nigga or, you know what I mean, maybe even a Latino brother. I mean, where I grew up at, it was like all black. So you wasn't worried about nobody hanging out in them neighborhoods but black folks. But, you know, I moved on the other side of town, and it's like a little taste of New York where it's everybody. It's Arabs, Latinos, Asians, and black and white, you know what I mean? And the lower side, the west side of Cleveland is real, it's borderline diverse, you know what I mean? And anybody will get your ass over here, but where I grew up at, man, you just had to worry about it, man. Wasn't no white people and nothing, nobody else doing nothing to you over there. If your ass got jumped or robbed, nigga, it was another nigga did that to you. You know what I'm saying? Excuse for me using the word nigga. I think I'm gonna adopt Naga, like my man KhanDrop. You feel me? But anyway, I'm gonna continue with this add meat to that, because this found that them areas in the brain, in like your frontal cortex, that what took me to that whole phrase about the frontal cortex, frontal orbital cortex, is this study that said, and it's probably way more drop out there too. I know this ain't the only paper saying that, but this backed that up, that the African Americans, dodge the hijack, had bigger glands in their orbital frontal cortex than their Caucasian counterparts, man. And that is where these things is housed. Like it took me to another drop on the limbic system. Okay, let's read this. Khan Academy, okay, .org. I wonder, is this my man, Khan Academy? But let's see, with limbic system. The limbic system is a set of structures in the brain that deal with emotions and memory. It regulates autonomic or endocrine function in response to emotional stimuli, and also is involved in reinforcing behavior. This limbic system is one of those things that is bigger in your, so-called African American, man. Mind you, I want to point out a drop video. I'm gonna add the link at 27 minutes of this video, man. It's a guy on here I first encountered the talk show on a Real Black on Real Black channel, man. Shout out to Real Black. He got a lot of stuff on there. That's worth checking out. Check out his channel. I would advise you. But I first seen this show on Real Black. But this particular episode, I caught in the KhanDrop video on melanin, and it had a black scientist on there talking about melanin, man. And they just really don't understand the ins and outs of it. It's borderline. It's borderline super, man. Like, the possibilities is endless of this thing, because the way I explained it is it takes free radical energy. Like, we could be talking about radiation, UV light, but let's just say UV light. That's basically bad for the skin and whatnot, man. Bad for the body. The melanin take it, change its composition, right? And turn it into something that the body can use. And not only that, but can disperse it, okay? Spread it out amongst the other cells so that the absorption is not lethal or bad for the cell, man. It's share it and distribute it's like, I don't know, man. I just advise y'all to check it out. Shout out to the man KhanDrop for exposing it to me, man. And, man, shalom, peace and blessings. Enjoy yourself, you know what I mean? Take some time, love on the family, man, in this time of lockdown. And I'm sorry to say, but the worst is yet to come, but it's all for the better, because the more we align with our Most High Creator, the more He gonna come to us, right? All right. So peace and blessings. Protect yourself out there. Shalom, man.